Well, a quick hello right back at ya, kiddo. Right now, I'm working on a drawing that I've been putting off for many years. It's one that's been on the back burner. You might say that I'm overreacting, Rose. You might say that I'm reliving a nightmare that I dreamt somewhere deep inside the bottom of the Titanic, Rose. How many roses are there? Are you watching the Titanic as well? Have you seen the Titanic, Rose? The Titanic? Like, literally? Have you gone down to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean? The trench, as we call it? Well, I have. We have. They have. Many have. And I'll tell you one thing. There ain't no such thing as a Titanic. Just as sure as the world is flat, the Titanic was round and it does not exist. It's true. You've never seen Titanic? Like the movie? The other Rose is watching it, they said. I get you guys mixed up sometimes. Out of the corner of my eye, I just see Rose, Rose, Rose. And then I think, Jack, Jack. And then I think, oh, we're all dead. And that's it. That's the end of the movie, pretty much. Seen one, you've seen them all. But happy Friday to everybody out there. It's got to be Friday somewhere, right? I don't think it was that funny. But it was definitely worth a laugh. You don't know if it's the right Titanic? There was a part 2. It was called Titanic 2. Brilliant movie. Absolutely gorgeous cinematography from top to bottom. That movie really got me in the guts. I like teeth. I dream of teeth quite often. Specifically, I daydream about teeth. I'm one of those people that can learn about my surroundings by keeping my eyes shut and just feeling things. So when in my mouth, I know exactly what it looks like, just because my tongue touching my teeth. That's why they call it tongue in cheek. It's like you get to know thyself. Like it's like what does it say above in the Oracle's kitchen as Neo walks in there and it says it's know thyself. It's know thyself. And I think that's you get to do that with when you're bored, and you start exploring your mouth with your tongue, as a child, in class or in church. For me, for both. Just because you're bored and you're like, what else is oh, there's a roof of my mouth. What the heck? What are those like little rivets and stuff like it has ridges and stuff like that. Don't shy away from the beauty that is the inside of your body. Everybody, just hear me out. That's all I have to say about that. Until next time I have something to say about that. That's for darn sure. But I think I'm pretty much drawing exactly what I was planning on doing anyway, so. Lucky me. Am I right? It's okay. We all die in the end. Spoiler alert. We all die in the end. Each of us has our own end. That's the weirdest part. It seems like it can just go on forever. Then all of a sudden, poof. The end. Anyways, tomorrow's Monday, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sounds about right. It's this time every week. I go non-existential about everything. Nihilistic, maybe, I don't know. Perversion of the both. But some kind of angry daemon is trying to come out of me and into this world. But sometimes you gotta just stop them. You gotta stop them from getting in. That's where art, literature, and good movies come into play. I like popcorn just like the next guy, but come on. This is ridiculous. Does everybody out there like posters, like band posters and stuff? Because I've got a bunch. I've got a New Kids on the Block poster. If anybody wants it. Hey Z, I was just talking about you, New Kids on the Block. Well, I was just telling everybody the story too about how I'm doing. I'm three chapters deep. Verse 2, line 4, letter 1, which was actually funny enough. A, because we remember how I see because your name is Z, and now we got to start all over. Okay, here we go. So when I got up this morning, I've been listening to all sorts of interesting things about synchronicity and opening the doors, the you know, I can't really describe what I was listening to, actually. I can't even put it into words. Just some crap on YouTube encouraging me to look into my psyche or whatever, some dumb shit. So, anyways, I was doing that, looking into my psyche, and holy moly, everybody, this stuff goes deep. Y'all know that, right? Dang. Everybody's got their own crazy little weird psyche going on. Everybody. I really never thought about that before today. I didn't even know there was such a word as psyche. I thought that meant that you just could read people's fortune cookies or something like that. Something simple. But then you realize how simple it is just to tune in with people that are made of the same substance as you. And how easy it is to tie yourself into the story and manipulate the scene. Hell, even become the scene. And then you die and somebody takes your place. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Hey, I didn't mean to do that, but I did that. It's like the perfect little... Oop. Yeah, it's the perfect little ding. Oh, I'm not always so chill, but that's why I have this sweater. Keeps me a little bit more cozy. Because you wouldn't know it, to be honest, but I am broadcasting from the side of a mountain, and there is a huge snowstorm going on outside. It is very, very cold. So yes, I'm very chill. And there's I don't know how they're out there, but there are wolves. Oh, Jeremiah yesterday. I met Jeremiah coming. He was coming down the hill. I'm going up, and he said that there were wolven goats halfway up the pass that I gotta watch out for. Wolven goats. Have you ever heard of those? They're terrifying. Oh, I lost power 17 hours ago. I know because I still have a little bit of juice left in my harmonica battery output, so I'm able to still tell time and tell what my altitude is in relation to where I was this time last year. Maybe even potentially at this altitude. But you never know because the black box is never wrong. So when it contradicts your story, then you got some fessing up to do, essentially. And the sheriffs around these parts, well, they're good at their job. They will make sure that justice finds a way. Just like in that movie Jurassic Narc. Jurassic Narc. The justice system finds a way. Well, justice finds a way. You're the narc? I was the narc all along. Okay, dude, it wasn't that funny. Yeah, no, I just ham it up. Yeah, good job. That's what he sounds like when he's laughing. What am I drawing this time? Well, I'm drawing my last breath. Really taking it in. It's hard to breathe up here. The allergies, the snow. I'm allergic to snow. I just found out yesterday. Anywho, so yeah, I figured I would draw myself. What I'm gonna look like 200 years from now when they find my body on the side of a mountain. Oh dear. What happened? Are you okay? And then I have to put a little horn right here. Right there. And then this starts over for some reason right there. Okay, you got that? I know it looks like shit right now, but watch. I'm gonna make it look a lot worse. Oh no. Does that mean I'm dehydrated? I drank a bunch of water today, and I haven't ever done that before. So I feel in invincible is what the word that I'm looking for is. It's a really fun word to say if you say it out loud 3 times in the mirror in the dark and then blow out the candle. It's really cool because then the invincible man comes out and he fucks you over. I mean, not really. It's only happened to me once or twice. But he's out there, the invincible man. He'll get you. Is that like Bruce Willis? What's that? No. Not from. What was that movie called? Indestructible? Yeah, that's what it was called. M. Night Shyamalan. Yeah. That was such a great flick. And what about the one after that? It was called Gentle Sam or something like that. Yeah, Gentle Sam, like Samuel L. Jackson. Gentle Sam, gentle because he broke like Tupperware, or when he fell, and or he even like just gently bumped into Gentle Sam bumped into something. His bones would shatter as if they were made of uh, Glasgow people from Scottish people from Glasgow. You know how those people are. They're very brittle. Very, very brittle. Oh, yeah, I know that. Let's say that again. I can say that again. Z, do you have any idea what we're talking about? What we were. No? Okay. Just asking for a friend. Anybody else have any questions? Maylin, are you gonna be nice today, Maylin, or what? Are we gonna be friends? Are you gonna scream at me like you did yesterday? I won't have that. I just remembered a dream, part of a dream I had last night, Maylin. It's kind of a scary one, but I'll give you the gist. It was a dream just like this one for you. I'm just kidding. There's no song. It was kind of going there for a second. It was like it was doing something. Okay, good. So, is it okay if I talk about my dreams, or are you going to get mad at me and leave like you did yesterday? I'm not. I'm serious. You told I was watching. We all saw. We were all watching, and some of us were filming. I wasn't, unfortunately. I don't know how to record YouTube live, but I'm still working on it. I'm still working out the kinks, mainly. I'm just playing with you. You can be, you know, however you want to be, but don't be surprised if I call you out on it sometimes, which I haven't or done yet, even remotely begun to call you out on it. But I would do it out of love. I would do it out of love. It's love, Harry. It's love. Ah. It's love in the back of my throat. Stuck in the back of my throat. I guess it would be me. Stuck in the back of my throat. Okay. Let's find a little common denominator there. Well, I don't know if I want to know either or. I don't know if I want to know because I have a feeling you're gonna say something kind of personal, and I don't want to encourage you to say anything personal. You shouldn't be saying anything personal on the internet. If it's not personal and you can share it, and you're not gonna get doxxed or something like that for it, or you're not gonna admit to something like very terrible, horribly oh my god. No, you're not what? You're not human? I was just gonna finish. You didn't even let me finish my sentence. You could read my thoughts. I was gonna ask if you were actually human, and then you said, no, you're not. Oh my gosh. You can tell me anything as long as it's something that I really want to and I want to hear. And that's something that's gonna make me happy. Because sometimes even bad news is good news. If you flip it upside down, look at it from underneath, especially if it's not wearing underwear. You know how it is. Just be careful out there, friends. I'm actually just watching out for you, kid. It's been a long, long, hard road out of hell. And believe me, hell is a place on earth. And they sell hella good burgers and fries. And just remember that. How about this? I'll share some good news with you. I got some good news. I got personally just some personal good news. I got to live another day today. Today I got to I woke up and I lived again, like an entire freaking day. And now I'm back home, and I'm working on a drawing with my friends. And I think it's really cool that people just come and hang out with me for no reason when they definitely have better things to do with their time. But they come here and hang out. Honey, you're talking to the king of sad. Are you serious? Do you even watch my channel? Seriously, I mean, you watch my channel, right? Or do you just, I mean, do you have headphones in or something? I don't know. It's kind of funny. Like, you say stuff, and I'm like, what? But, no, you just, I mean, the name of the channel is ArtClub with sorry schlub. I think that's how you spell it. Oh, but this isn't my chance to get all gloom and doom. This is me wanting to just make up voices and scenarios, and where people like you can come to my channel and disappear from that world that is holding you back and holding you down and making you feel sad. Because I live in that world too, and I actually prefer to live in my nonsense little playhouse that I'm building for myself with my middle Storie Grubb Art Club channel. This is a place where you just come to get weird and have fun and say silly things and join in with the fun and say cool things or make friends with other people or whatever, or join the cult or send me a lot of money and gold and stuff, whatever, just whatever floats your boat, or top ramen. Cup of noodles are better, actually. I really like cup of noodles. I'm a hardcore cup of noodles fan, just so you know, Malin. Way back, goes way back. It depends. Get it? Depends. It depends. That's not really a good pun, because this is a Sharpay. They're not really pens. They're Sharpays. Sharpier. I mean, if you're gonna get technical, they're called Sharpiers. But I sometimes I have to go slow because that's the best way to get the lines that I'm after. Other than going up the street and talking to my friend Johnny and just meeting this dude in the alley and get some lines that way. So whole different saga, whole different story, whole different movie. But sometimes I have to just go over the same spot because I want to get a certain type of, because it is Sharpie. and the ink ain't that great. So I have to like go over the same spot a lot in order to get the kind of black that or the darkness that I'm after, basically. So yeah, I'm right there with you though. Okay, Malin, you do that. Like I said, if it's something funny or dark or twisted or morbid, of course everybody wants to hear that shit. But I happen to know that you're only like a sophomore in high school or something. So I just don't want you blurting out anything super personal, is all. I'm not trying to get all weird. Honey, hand my glasses, please. Thank you. I'm not trying to get all weird, but I do have to put the glasses on. Whoa! Yeah! Whoa, all the words and everything around me just changed into like obey and listen and eat and play video games. That one says play video games. That one over there says play video games too. What the hell? God, it's a good thing I don't look at billboards. That one over there says consume video games in a sloppy, heaping, poopy mess and with your friends and enjoy your life without any regrets. And now I take my glasses off and it says Chevron. What the devil? See, Malin? Now you got me all flustered. Malin got me all flustered again. It's that ketchup or mustard again. Nothing makes sense. Everything's upside down and inside out. We are all on a collision course with our own destinies. Our destiny. The only true destiny we have is death. And we get to live until that happens. So best just to make the most of it while you can, I suppose. It's quite a beautiful thing. I often ask myself, you know, what is it about like nature? Like people go out into the nature and they look at something like Niagara Falls or just some beautiful landscape, you know, that's out there just sitting there, that's been sitting there for eons, you know, way before humans even like set their eyes on it. And what makes something like that beautiful? Like what makes it aesthetically pleasing to the eye, you know? It's a really weird thing to think about, like once you break it down, because I'm driving to work on the highway on the way to the like 20-30 miles away or whatever, and I have to drive through the mountains to get there, and it's just such a freaking beautiful drive. Sometimes I freaking cry because it's just so beautiful. I'm just like astounded at how beautiful the world is. And I just one day I was just thinking about it, like why is it? Why is that? You know, like what is it about the ocean that just draws me to it, that just makes me want to climb inside of it and disappear for all eternity again, you know, and over and over and over. And I guess I understand it, and I think we all have it. It's just this deep calling, this earth, and because we come from the earth, we're just like these little earthbound creatures. And you're all my critters from another litter. That's all. And some of us hate each other, and some of us like each other, some of us love each other, some of us love to hate each other. Some of us love the world, some of us hate it, some of us love life, some of us can't wait to get out. Some of us don't believe there's anything after it. Some people believe there's everything. Some people believe this is it. And everything and every fucking idea, every thought you can imagine in between. All the time. Until the end of humanity, until the last person on earth thinks a thought. And that person, that last human that'll be here, that gets to think that last thought, or wherever they are, maybe they'd be in outer space by then or something, that they are us, just like I am you, and we are all each other. It's been a little bit since I've thought about how connected I feel to other people. Today I was really pushing it with my job. I was like working the pet shop today. Worked all fucking day, and all by myself. All by myself. No, that's cool because I back in the day I was having freaking panic attacks just like a few months ago because I didn't even understand most of the job and it was just so different. But now I'm got it down way better and much easier to navigate and just sort of be my own the person I need in that situation, you know? And changing my outlook and my perspective on people really has been helping. Whereas usually I just get annoyed with people right away. And I'm not mean to people or anything. I'm really helpful actually. But, you know, sometimes you're just like, sometimes I'll like do the passive aggressive thing where I'll make somebody say what they just said again. I'll be like, excuse me? You know what I mean? Even though I heard them perfectly fine. I do that to cops a lot too. I'll be like, what's that? And just make them repeat themselves. Cops hate repeating themselves, just so you know. Um, but so do most people. Like if you work customer service, you know that when somebody when you ask somebody if they have like an account or something, do you have an account with us? Yeah, on a Terry Brabbacher with a 911. So you're forced to be like, what did you say? And they're like, you know, I have to repeat myself. I said it was Tabby Tabernacle, and the phone to come together good get. Oh, okay, got it that time. I'll just get it off your credit card. I only pay in cash, you son of a bitch. That's how it is in the hood, everybody. Just so you know. Bye, Maylin. Have a better night. Sorry I couldn't. Sorry I suck. You should watch some of my episodes and see how miserable I usually am. You'll be able to relate, and then you'll know a thing more too about me. No, I know. I'm just no. I mean, it's not that I don't. It's not that I know that I don't suck. It's just that. Thank you. I mean, I was just being sarcastic because I feel like I'm supposed to be entertaining Maylin, and I don't know how to entertain her. And I try to cheer her up, and it just doesn't seem to help. Which is frustrating for me because I think she is very young, and I hope she's not sad or as sad as she seems. I was a very sad teenager, and I didn't have very many people to help me. But I'm not here to help people. I'm just here to, you know, initiate y'all into the club. For $55 a freaking month, you too can join the Storie Grubb club. It's all about the journey and the gold. So if anybody has any journey or gold, mostly gold, I'll take it. Oh, yeah, it's okay. It actually helps me. Like people don't understand how much they help me more than anything because when I did that, when I was saying that to her, I didn't get any like butterflies in my stomach or feel anxious or anything. I felt totally fine saying that. Whereas usually I'm really worried that I'm going to offend somebody, even if it is somebody that I don't even know if they're even a real person. I like to think that Maylin is a real person, and I'm pretty sure she's been on quite a bit. And I think she's said that she's in high school, and she reminds me of a few other people on that come and hang out. And, you know, it's just even just like with customer service, it's like that where you have to get to know somebody and be like, okay, this is what makes them tick, or this is their angle, or um but also I think that just the fact that my channel is live, I make pe- people might expect me to I'm not young, you know what I mean? They all they do is talk about their cell phones and their relationships and stuff. And I'm like, what? Do I do that? I'm sitting here talking about like Moonbase 14 and Dimension 6 and shit, and somebody's like, "I'll be right back. Or my boyfriend is breaking up with my mother," or something like that. You know, just like what? Okay, that's funny. So sometimes I don't even know if they're real or if they're, what, because sometimes it's fun just to have fun with it. But obviously, if somebody's sad, I don't like that either. But like I said, I'm sad all the time, but I try to cheer people up, and this is the place where I come to do that. I cheer myself up, and I try to cheer other dumb fucks up. I mean, the cult folk. Members, my dear, cherished son of a, uh, my friends. Well, and that's what I'm saying too, because if I like to give folks the benefit of the doubt, and if Malin is still watching, and like that's what I was saying. I was saying I just if they're gonna say something personal, don't say it. I don't understand what the harm is in saying that. So what were you gonna say if you couldn't even say that after I said don't say anything personal? They're like, well, I'm not gonna say anything then. I'm like, well, you were gonna say something personal then. Like, I'm glad I stopped you. I'm 45 years old. You're like 12 or something. Like, stop. Don't talk to me like that, first of all, too. I deserve better. Especially when I'm just like being overkill nice to people. And then they, for some reason, I don't know. I'm not talking about YouTube either. I'm talking about in real life as well. These people are strange. Can't, and that's why it's so important just to figure out your own way of dealing with that kind of stuff, because you're always going to deal with people that are just contrarians or feel like they just have to ruin your day for some reason, or that there's always going to be people that want to brighten your day, or but you always got to be ready for people that just want to take and leave you with misery or something like that too, or at least expect it, because it's going to happen no matter what, and you can't predict it, but you can. Because every day you're going to deal with assholes and like weird people or whatever it is. Um, just the best thing you can do is just be ready for it. So that's what I've been doing. And like I said, I've been learning a lot I've been implementing. Today was a day of days at my job, because I was implementing things that I do on my channel at work in like real life. And it was art imitating life in real life, and working at this pet store. And I'm talking with customers when they walk in. I'm like, hey, like freak people out and shit. And then they just start laughing, or I just do all these weird voices and stuff, or I cheer the kids up, or I just do these puns, and I'm just a lot more easy going, and um, I wouldn't say like confident even. It's just kind of more of just giving in to the situation and the absurdity of it all, of how serious people think they have to be when they're out in public and when they're in a store or something. And it's fun just to break up the monotony of that, and see people actually come out of their shell for a second and realize they can be like a human around you, you know? Because I get strange looks. I always have, just because I dress. I've always been somewhat alternative. And I've always lived in areas that are kind of conservative. My family is very conservative. So I've always rubbed elbows with all sorts of people from all sorts of walks of life, and I still do. And there's goodness in everybody, but there's fucking evil as well. We got to burn that shit out. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, whoa, whoa! That's really dark. You shouldn't say that. Well, fuck. What did I say that was wrong? Nothing. Just chill, man. Like, calm down. You don't want to burn anybody? No, 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 no. We're not burning any. No, no, we're not burning it evil. Fight fire with fire. Yeah, but what about everybody's like, a hero like Mario? No, no, no. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. It's not how you do shit. It's not how you get shit done. Let he without guilt or horniness cast the first acorn, that it may plant a seed And that acorn might grow into an acorn tree somewhere on the horizon. Somewhere on the horizon. Naked Aliens, I'm reading your comment. I hope you're better, or where you closer to where you want to be, anyways. Yeah. I don't play very many of my songs anymore. So I just steal songs and I take credit for them. For example, I wrote a song the other day called Stairway to Heaven. Yeah, it's totally my song. Still can't play it, but it's mine. I own it. Granny's on the drums. That's my mom. Dressed up like... She's so funny. She's wearing this creepy old granny mask. Oh, thank you. Naked Aliens, where are you from? Are you from, I mean, you don't have to tell me, like, exactly where, but I mean, this time last year, I was living in Portland, Oregon. And around this time last year is when I was still working at Gamblin, the warehouse, and I was like a week away from quitting, I left on a hiatus actually at first just because my shoulders were all messed up. Or my shoulder at first, my right one at first. Um, oh, okay. You were in Ohio? Crazy. But I think right around March of last year was when I started making videos for YouTube again. Like, I did a few that got a lot of attention for my, for my channel anyways. And at that time, this time last year, I only had like 212 people, like, subscribers or something. And so yeah, February last year, I quit my job at Gamblin, and I couldn't work, and I got vertigo in early March. Jeez, man, that's crazy to think about now. Because then the vertigo really messed with me, and then when I came out of it, I felt like a different, like another. It wasn't really that I felt like a different person as much as I felt like it felt as if another person that was already in me, excuse me, came to the forefront, and the others sort of took, at least for the most part, took a back seat to this other person that came forward, in kind of in a time when I needed it the most. And my life's gotten a lot better. Yeah. Not trying to gloat, but shit's good. But I'm still working my ass off just because I have grand illusions. But I want my art and my shit to pay off somehow, so I can, like, I just still have this, like, fantasy, this dream where I can call up some of my old friends and be like, "You want to be in a movie? Do you want to come down here for the summer and I'll pay for you to come down and we can just make weird videos and shit?" That's what I would be. It's the kind of person I would be if I had a lot of money. I just hire my friends to help me do stuff. Or just let them make. I mean, I already said this before, but hasn't changed much. But, I have like a top 10 list of people who, if I were rich or wealthy or had any clout of any kind, they would just be at the top of the food chain. Like, it's artists and musicians and people that I know that I love, that are just underdogs, and like nobody even knows they exist, and they're just the most brilliant people you'd ever meet in your life. I'm lucky in that I've got to meet quite a few cool people. We all have, Just sit there and think for a second how many cool people you've met in your life, and how many more you're going to meet. How one person, just one thing, one stupid thing somebody says to me will just change my entire life. I have the kind of brain that I remember things that people told me when I was in, like, kindergarten and stuff. Like, there's full sentences, I remember things, and now that I'm getting older, wondering if a lot of those things are just made up, or that I was biased because it was my brain and my ego and my little world. I'm talking about, like, before my parents divorced and stuff. That's how far back a lot of this stuff goes. We all do things to survive, create little houses and motels and hotels, brotels, in our brains. We compartmentalize. I'm just now, because of my dreams lately, I'm just now starting to reopen a lot of those old doors and explore my mind again. Sorry, I'm neglecting the chat, guys. Oh, okay. You just left rehab in Eugene? I hope you're doing well, man. Man, the vertigo, it was bad. It lasted about 5 days, and I couldn't walk and I couldn't stand. It was just horrible. And but on top of the vertigo, I had I couldn't do things because of my shoulder, and I was just at that was a rock bottom, one of my rock bottoms, especially March. I mean, I was okay for a few weeks actually, so it would have been around March 1st or something that I got vertigo. Yeah, and then that was when I was making plans to move down here, and I was talking to my mom, and a few months later I moved back down to California. It's crazy. I mean, it's awesome because I get to see my mom every day, or even if I don't see her every day, she's close enough, But I have an awesome relationship with my aunt, my mom's sister. It's been a whole life-altering experience being down here, and I've found still, obviously it'll be a never-ending search, freaking treasure hunt, but I've found pieces of myself that I never knew existed. And yeah, it's been a really interesting time in my life. I think there's a Beatles song about it somewhere. Hey, okay, Z, you do your thing. Yeah, I probably gotta go too. I'm just gonna go relax. I think 49 minutes is around my usual cutoff point now. Or 40, I think it's like 47 and 16. Yeah, 47 minutes, 16 seconds is the usual. Sorry, folks, I lasted a little bit longer tonight. I do apologize. I think when I usually do it, it's like 49 and 45 seconds. So I'll have to go in 5 seconds, okay? Yeah, this is just a little thing I'm doodling. I don't know what. It reminds me of the bear from Annihilation, where it's like, but I like it. I didn't know what I was gonna draw when I started drawing, and then the second I did the little thing in the middle, the little nose thing, I was hooked. I wanted to finish at least the head. And then when I did the horns, I was extra happy because I like horns. I wish humans had tails, and I wish we had horns. I bet we would all have different horns too, and we would like be able to carve into them and decorate them and stuff. And some people would do like Hellboy stuff, and they'd cut them off, and they would just regrow, or they'd shed. Imagine having like antlers, humans having antlers and stuff. It'd be cool. That's why I think I draw a lot of my characters with these appendages and sphinxes and all sorts of weird stuff, because it's like Billy Madison when he's doing the blue duck. He's like, I just wanted to see a blue duck. I've never seen a blue duck. I just wanted to see a blue duck. Well, I want to see tails and horns on people without being called devils. Maybe we're just called tans. Fawns. Anywho, everybody, happy 4th of July and Merry Christmas to you. I really appreciate y'all stopping by. And I'll play you out. Here we go. You're going bye bye, bye bye, you're going bye bye. Every time I say goodbye. Goodbye. getting close to finishing that one. The lyrics are really hard to remember, but I'm close to memorizing it. Well, I hope you all have a good night. Sweet dreams. Appreciate the company, as usual. And you all take care of yourselves and the people around you, okay? Thank you, Naked. I appreciate that. And thanks for hanging out again and finding me again, or however that happened. I'm kind of a space cadet around this time. I'm tired. I can't think. You probably already told me, but I'm happy that you're out of rehab and hopefully you're doing well, my friend. So spread that joy, right? Yeah, take care now.